everyone, and welcome back to the Chess Media channel. Today we're gonna be flying with the Boeing 737-800 from Trinidad to Venezuela. This flight is gonna take us about 1 hour to complete, and we're gonna be using today the Microsoft Flight Simulator provided ATC, and we also will be using the FS2 Crew flight as an assistant for today's flight. So if you like my livery, you're also more than welcome to download it in the description below. You're gonna have a link in my YouTube channel, so you can download that. If you could like and subscribe to my channel too, I will much appreciate it as well. So with that being said, let's start setting up for our flight today, and let's jump right into the cockpit. Let's start setting up.
Roger.
Alright, so the battery is already on, emergency lights on, ground power is on, and let's also set our parking brakes. And parking brakes are set. Okay, so let's jump right into the FMC and request also our fueling truck. Okay, so let's go to our files. This is one tight enough from today. Okay, let's wait for the iCloud to be updated. For some reason, our flight is not uploaded yet. Okay, let's see if we can fix that. Okay, flight plans. Okay, they're supposed to be equally the same file. But so the fuel for today's flight is gonna be at 9.8 tons and the 18. The fuel drop already in place. Let's enter also our last known position.
Now I'm out for the walk around.
Okay, very well. Yeah, the taxi today will be gonna be very short. We just new our runway, right? We're gonna be departing runway 10. Is that correct? Yep, we're gonna be departing runway 10. So no taxi. Almost no taxi. Okay. so with the first officer outside, let's test our configuration horn. 1 is okay, 2 is okay, buffer working fine, oxygen. My side is tested 100%, the other side is well. Aileron trim on 0 and rudder trim on the 0 as well. Let's test the lights. So all the lights seem to be working just fine. Alright, enough of that. Let's go ahead and test our FMC messages and autopilot configuration. Messages on both sides. Very good. Our aircraft as well. Okay, now on to our flight plan. So currently in Tango Tango Papa Papa, so that's gonna be Tango Tango Papa Papa, and we're gonna be flying over to Sierra Victor Mike Golf. So Sierra Victor Mike.
Hi, the
Golf.
security and safety check are all done. Are we good to start boarding?
Yes.
Thanks.
The crew is already aboard.
Passengers bus
There's
is
no
coming.
need for that. Okay, so this is going to be our flight for today. Also, let's unload it from. This is the flight from before on our tablet. We want to import the new flight, and at the same time we're gonna load up some information to the FMC as well. So this is our flight. Okay, in case we're gonna need to come back, we're gonna be using our ILS runway 10 approach. And at Sierra Victor Mike Golf, we're gonna be using an ILS arrival to runway 9. Rotor data uplink is ready for us. Okay, so for the departure, we're gonna be flying direct. Not via SID. For the approach, you're going to be using ILS 9 approach. Okay, the transition we're going to be getting from the ATC forward on. Okay, so let's see if the GSX entered our payloads. It did. Let's go back to the performance page, and for the zero fuel rate, our zero fuel rate is 51.7. And planned fuel for our flight is going to be 9.8, right? Yeah, it's going to be 9.8 tons of fuel. For the reserves, we're going to be using 1.8. The cost index for today's flight is going to be 42. and the cruise level will be at 2000. Flight level, the cruise wind will be at 142 degrees at 7 knots, and temperature deviation will be at +15. Moment here. Alright, rain, one moment.
I'm back. No issues on the walk around.
Yeah, okay. So that's gonna be a -8 here. Transition will be at 18,000. Let's see, to execute, move on. For our departure. Okay, so let's go on to the performance tool here. And we're gonna be importing this from the that's why it's not working. So tango, pa 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 pa. Ah, I know why. Exactly, it's not working. Okay, and on the other side as well. Let's see if it fixed that problem. 110. Okay, so those are V speeds. V1 is 1, 2, 3. Flaps will be
Glide slope. Pull up.
sorry, 1 and 1
Wind shear.
movement. We're gonna be
Wind shear.
neutral.
Wind shear. Terrain. Pull up. Airspeed low. Airspeed low.
1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 5
Sink
will
rate.
be rotate,
Pull
and
up.
V2 will be at 1 or 2.
Terrain. Pull up.
Flaps will be
Don't
fine.
sink. Don't sink. Too low.
And
Terrain.
it will be
Too low. Gear. Too low. Flaps. Too low. Terrain.
That's okay.
Glide
We
slope.
entered that in
Bank
the
angle,
incorrect
bank
order,
angle.
that's why.
Approaching
it goes like that.
minimums.
So V1 is 1,
Minimums.
2, 3.
Minimums.
We rotate
2,500.
1, 3, 5.
1,000. 500.
And V2 1 or 2.
400. 300. 200.
Departure runway.
100.
Oh, I'm gonna dilute again,
50.
right?
40. 30.
No,
20.
it
10.
actually did not dilute.
Wind shear. Wind shear.
We're
Wind
gonna be
shear.
expecting
Too low.
to arrive
Terrain.
to runway 9. No weather there. Right. Okay, so for the departure,
TCAS test. Pass.
we're gonna be using this one. No seed, and we're gonna be. If you're gonna be coming back here, we're gonna be using an VUR approach to runway 10. And for our arrival, we're gonna pin down this airport.
Hi, here's the fuel slip.
Thanks.
Welcome. Have a nice flight.
We'll be expecting an ILS approach to runway 9. That's awesome. Let's move to the MCP. Alright, so okay, so for the MCP, the course we're gonna set to 105. The V2 is 142. heading. We're also gonna set it to 105, and the boarding is already complete. We're also gonna set the off just officer side to 105 as well. Now let's go over to the radios. Okay, so for the localizer here, we're gonna tune in our the VR station, which is 109.7. Sorry about that. 109.7. Okay. On both sides. 109.7. As for our 80s, that's gonna be at 126.7. So 126.7 for the 80s on cone 2, so it's gonna be ready for us there. And let's go over to our destination airport. For the ILS there, we're gonna enter the ILS frequency is 110.1, and we're gonna do it on both sides. 110.1 on both sides. For the 80s on the destination airport, that's gonna be at 132.65. So 132.65 for the Santiago Marino International Airport. Now that's gonna be ready and waiting for us there. Now we can already request the clearance. Let's do that.
Piarco ground chase 1 IFR to Del Caribe, ready to copy.
Chase 1 is cleared to Del Caribe Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 10 climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Departure frequency is 123.7 squawk 1066.
1066.
Chase 1 cleared to Del Caribe Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 10 climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Departure on 123.7 squawk 1066.
Chase 1 read back correct. Contact ground on 121.75. Good day.
Sorry. Let's re-enter our V-speeds again, so let's get from our performance tool here. That's gonna be V1 133. V-rotate will be 135, and V2 will be 142. Okay, I did want to create some waypoints, so let's see if we can do that. I want to create. We're currently at Tango, right? Tango. Papa. How many papas is that? Okay, so Tango, Papa. Yeah. Let's see. I want to create a waypoint from Tango Tango Papa Papa at the bearing of 105 degrees, and I would like to set 3 nautical miles away from, and I would like the same one at 105 degrees, 5 distance of 5 nautical miles from the airport, and set it to here.
Piarco Ground Caribbean Airlines 1512 ready to copy IFR clearance to Crown Point.
And that's gonna be
Caribbean Airlines 1512 is cleared to Crown Point Airport as
let's
filed.
say
Takeoff runway 10 climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure frequency is 119.0 squawk 4045. Caribbean Airlines 1512 cleared to Crown Point Airport as filed.
gonna set our
Takeoff runway 10 climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure on 123.7
And as
squawk
departure
4045. Caribbean Airlines 1512 readback correct. Contact ground on 121.75. Good day. Piarco Ground Caribbean Airlines 1512 with Sierra ready to taxi IFR.
Hi guys, here's the load sheet for you.
Caribbean Airlines 1512 taxi to and hold
No
short
problem.
runway
Have a safe
10
flight.
using taxiway Alpha Cross runway 28 Alpha. Contact tower on 118.1 when ready.
I'll try to
Taxi
get
to and hold
another
short
one.
runway 10 via taxiway Alpha Cross runway 28 Alpha Caribbean Airlines 1512.
Okay, that's better. Like 3,000 here. And then we're gonna pick a landing unrestricted to our settle zone. Alright, so with that all done, let's go and start our departure briefing. Regardless at the stand, pushback is required. This is gonna be our first flight of
Are
the
you
day.
ready for the
Let's go.
departure brief?
Go ahead.
Okay, no pushback. Start on the stand. Taxi route will be as assigned by ATC. It will be a left seat takeoff, using rated thrust. Planning a flaps 5 takeoff. Anti-ice will be off. Above 80 knots, we will reject for fire, engine failure, loss of control, or wind shear. The crew member noticing the abnormality will clearly state the problem. I will call reject or continue. If the decision is to reject, I will close the thrust levers and disengage auto throttle, observe or apply maximum braking, raise speed brakes, apply maximum amount of reverse thrust consistent with conditions and bring the aircraft to a complete stop on the runway, stow the speed brake, and set the parking brake, advise the cabin, this is the captain speaking, remain seated, remain seated. I will then perform any necessary memory items or checklists as appropriate. If an evacuation is required, I'll initiate the evacuation checklist. In the event of an engine failure after V1, we will continue the takeoff, rotate at VR, call positive rate gear up, and cancel the master caution. There will be no other calls below 400 feet. At 400 feet, I'll call for a roll mode, then call confirm the failure. If required, we'll perform any necessary memory items, climb at V2 to V2 plus 20 to 1,000 feet AFL or TOCA, whichever is higher. Retract flaps on schedule. When flaps have been retracted at or above flaps up maneuver speed, call for level change if VNAV is not engaged. Set max continuous thrust, and call for the appropriate emergency checklist. We are under our maximum landing weight, so we are okay to make an immediate return. The departure routing will be via ATC vectors. No noise abatement procedures required. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
No questions.
Departure brief complete.
Alright, so departure book complete. Let's jump over to the pre-flight checklist. Pre-flight checklist, please.
Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Navigation transfer and display switches. Normal. Auto. Windows heat. On. Pressurization mode selector. Auto. Flight instruments.
Heading 015. Altimeter 2997. Set. Heading 015. Altimeter 2997 set.
Heading 015. Altimeter 2997. Parking brake.
Set.
Engine start levers.
Cut off.
Pre-flight checklist completed.
Very well, so before we're gonna be departing, let's finish a few things here. Okay. Okay, let's look at our taxi clearance.
Piarco ground Chase 1 with Sierra ready to taxi IFR.
Chase 1 taxi to and hold short of runway 10 via taxiway. Contact tower.
Hey guys, all packs are on board. Are we cleared to close?
Yes.
Thanks. Let me know if you need anything.
Taxi to and hold short runway 10 using taxiway Chase 1.
Okay, let's prepare for pushback and departure, please.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Okay, so we're gonna be pushing back straight out about 100 meters
Check.
before start checklist.
Before start checklist. Flight deck door closed and locked. MCP.
V2 142, heading 105, altitude 12,000. Altitude 12,000.
Takeoff speeds.
V1 123, 0 to 25, V2 142,
CDU pre-flight.
completed.
Rudder and aileron trim.
3 and 0,
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
completed.
Anti-collision light on. Before start checklist complete.
Start sequences 1 and 2.
Check.
Please direct your attention to the cabin crew for important safety information. There is an instruction card in your seat pocket that illustrates the safety Locking gear.
Fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle. Tighten by pulling on the belt. To release your seatbelt, lift the metal flap on the buckle. It is our policy that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times while seated. Doors are clearly marked with exit signs and instructions for door operation. Each door is equipped with a
Release parking brakes.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing push. All engines are clear. Start at will.
Start engine number 1.
Starting engine 1.
Pressurized. If there is a loss of cabin pressure, a panel will open and oxygen masks will appear. Remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and pull a mask toward you to start the flow of oxygen.
Oil pressure.
Oxygen will be flowing to the mask even though the bag may not inflate. Cover your nose and mouth with the mask. Place the elastic band around your head and tighten by pulling on the end. Secure your own mask before assisting others. Your seat bottom cushion may be used as a flotation device. Pull up and remove the cushion. Upon exiting the aircraft, place your arms around the cushion and pull on the straps located on the back. This is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is not permitted in the cabin or lavatories. Cabin lights will now be turned off. Reading light buttons are located. Thank you for your
I wonder where did she go there?
Starter cutout.
It's starting to rain.
Number 1 stable.
Start engine number 2.
Starting engine 2. Oil pressure.
Parking brakes.
And parking brakes are set.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Okay, un momento please. And let's check in the performance page here. And we're gonna select runway web. Yeah, let's see if it's changed anything. So it did change some stuff. So B1 is gonna be 130. B rotate will be 135 and V2 will be 143. Okay.
Starter cutout. Number 2 stable.
Number 2 stable, great.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start.
Flaps 5.
You can disconnect.
Unlocking the nose gear.
Flight control check complete.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Flight control check complete.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist. Generators on. Probe heat on. Anti-ice off. Isolation valve auto. Engine start switches continuous. Recall.
Checked.
Check. Auto brake. RTO. Engine start levers.
Idle detained.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Ground equipment.
Clear.
Clear. Before taxi checklist completed.
Clear left.
Clear right.
Alright, that's gonna be a very short taxi. No taxi. look. I don't think we can look forward at the back. Here for a moment. Before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist. Flaps.
Flap 5 green light.
Stabilizer trim.
4.7 units.
Before takeoff checklist completed.
Piarco Tower Chase 1 at runway 10
Flight deck.
ready for departure IFR to Del Caribe.
Okay, thanks. Captain, the cabin is secure.
Chase 1 altimeter 29er, decimal 97, wind 165 at 6. Cleared for takeoff runway 10.
Cleared for takeoff runway
Cleared for takeoff
10.
runway 10 Chase 1.
Runway entry procedure.
Okay. Cabin crew, take your seats. Clear on the approach. Ready to go.
Approaching 10. On runway 10.
Set wipers to high. Takeoff.
Thrust set.
Airspeed alive.
80 knots.
Check.
B1.
Rotate.
Rotate.
B2.
Positive rating.
Climb.
Gear up.
Gear up. 400 feet.
Chase 1 contact Piarco Center on 123
Flaps
decimal
1.
7.
Speed
Good day.
checked.
Select LNAV.
Flaps 1 set. LNAV.
Set wipers
Chase 1,
off.
did you copy?
One two three decimal 7 Chase 1. Goodbye. Piarco Center Chase 1 is at 3,600 feet, climbing 12,000 feet.
Chase 1 Piarco Center altimeter 29er decimal 9er 7 radar contact. Continue to Papa Oscar Sierra.
Flaps up.
Speed checked. Flaps up, set.
After takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist. Engine bleeds, on, packs, auto, landing gear, up and off. Flaps, up, no lights. After takeoff checklist complete.
Chase 1, please
Happy to release the cabin crew.
12,000 feet.
Okay.
Okay.
So flight
10,000.
level
Chase 1
200.
climb and maintain flight level 180.
Happy to release the cabin?
Okay.
Okay.
Climb and maintain flight level 180 Chase 1.
Portable electronic devices may now be used, with the exception of TVs, radios, two-way transmitters, or any other device in a transmit mode, as these devices may interfere with the aircraft's communication and navigation systems.
So flight level 200.
Flight level 200 set.
That's when we're gonna hit the transition altitude. We're gonna be switching over to the autopilot. Select VNAV.
VNAV.
Chase 1 climb and maintain flight level 200.
Climb maintain 200. Chase
Climb and
1.
maintain flight level 200 Chase 1.
In the last 2,000 feet, we're gonna let the autopilot to climb.
Autopilot on.
Transition set standard.
Standard set. Passing flight level 181.
And no. No.
Altimeter
Now.
setting.
Thank you. Alright, so. Very well done. Let's jump over to the FMC to see some details here. We're gonna be descending in about 10 minutes already. So let's prepare our MCP and our cockpit for the landing. Navigation and radios are switched. The 80s radio also switched, and no.
1,000 to level.
Okay, that's alright. We can load also the forecast already. So forecast west.
Chase 1, contact Makishia Center on 124.0.
124.0 for Chase 1.
Going to 124.0 Chase 1.
4.0.
Makishia Center Chase 1 is at flight level 195, climbing flight level 200.
Chase 1, Makishia Center, radar contact. Continue.
We request that you keep the aisle clear to assist the flight attendants.
Okay, so let's set the MCP for our landing. So the final cost will be 093. Then set on all sides 093. Adding also 093. And on the first officer side also 093. Minimums are at 2,000 feet, 200 feet. Let's set it to 3,000. So to 300, sorry. Okay, so the minimum is set to 300. Okay. And let's prepare our approach briefing. So, and before going to that, let's see if we can tune onto the 80s. Probably should, you know. We don't have any 80s there. Okay, we're gonna be assumed that the runway is right over there. So, mid approach altitude will be 5,000 feet. The final approach fix will be at 2,200 feet, and the minimum will be at 300 feet. And we're going to be expecting a gate for our arrival, and procedure will be vectors, and the runway approach will be via ILS. Autobridge level 3, then the flap will be 50.
Are you ready for the approach brief?
Okay.
The arrival routing will be via ATC vectors for an ILS approach, planning a flaps 30 landing. Final approach fix altitude is 2,200 feet. Decision altitude is 300 feet. Missed approach altitude is 5,000 feet. Taxi route in will be as assigned by ATC. We'll be arriving at a gate. Descent speeds and navigation radios are set. Airport NOTAMs have been reviewed. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
No questions.
Approach brief complete.
So let's set also some fixes here. So Sierra Victor Michael, and I want a 5 nautical mile marker from the airport, a 10 nautical mile marker from the airport, and also 13 nautical mile marker from the airport. Okay, and let's go to the progress page. Also to our flight time, double check our fuel, that everything is alright. So okay, we have plenty of fuel. So in just a few minutes we'll be also able to use the ATs from our destination airport.
123.7. Good day. .7 falling 157 tree. Goodbye.
Descent checklist.
Descent checklist. Pressurization. Landing altitude is 100 feet. Recall. Check. Auto brake. Level 3. Landing data.
Del Caribe Airport information. Uniform 1500 Zulu. Wind 0901 at 11. Visibility half a mile. Sky condition. Cube clouds at 2,600 feet. Cube clouds at 10,200 feet. Temperature 28. Dew point 10. Altimeter 29.901. ILS runway 09er in use.
Vacatia Center Chase
Landing
1.
and departing runway
Request
09er
10,000
and runway
feet.
09er left. All aircraft remain hold short instructions.
Expect 10,000
Advise
feet.
controller on initial contact. You have uniform.
Descend and maintain 12,000 feet. Expect 10,000 feet. Chase 1.
1500 Zulu. Wind 0901 at 11. Visibility half a mile. Sky condition. Cube clouds at 2,500 feet. Cube clouds at 10,200 feet. Temperature 28. Dew point 10. Altimeter 29.901. ILS runway 09er in use. Landing and departing runway 09er and runway 09er left. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have uniform. Del Caribe Airport information. Uniform 1500 Zulu.
VROF 147, minimum 300 feet.
VREF 147. Minimums 300 feet. Approach briefing.
Completed.
Descent checklist completed.
Transition set altimeter 2991.
2991. Set passing 16,100. Now.
Descend and maintain 10,000 feet, chase 1.
Thousand to level.
Center chase 1.
10,000.
Request 5,000 feet.
Chase 1 descend and maintain 5,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet, chase 1.
Approach checklist.
Chase 1 contact.
Stand by.
Approach.
Cabin crew, prepare for landing.
Arriving at our destination shortly. If you are making a connection to another flight, please see the customer
120 decimal flight, chase 1.
video monitors and
Goodbye.
for connecting gate information. For your continued safety,
Margarita approach chase 1.
Approach checklist.
9,500 feet, descending 5,000 feet.
Approach checklist. Altimeters.
Chase 1 Margarita, approach altimeter 29er, decimal 90 radar contact continue.
Also in preparation for landing.
2991.
Stow these devices and all other carry-on items. Please use caution when opening overhead bins of items we have shifted during our flight. Please stow your tray tables or reach your bins to their upright positions and check the security of your seatbelt. We will be landing shortly. Thank you.
2991 set.
2991 set. Approach checklist completed.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure your seat bags and tray tables are in their upright positions. Make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened and all carry-on luggage is stowed underneath the seats, but if you board overhead bins, please turn off
1000 to level. Flight deck. Okay, thanks. Captain, the cabin is secure.
Margarita, approach Chase 1. Request 3,000 feet.
Chase 1 request denied.
What?
Chase
Why?
1, you are 5 miles east. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS runway 09er approach via Mike Tango Alpha transition.
Mike Tango
Clear to Mike Tango
Alpha.
Alpha.
Mike Tango Alpha transition. Okay, move to Mike Tango.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS runway 09er approach via Mike Tango Alpha transition. Cleared to Mike Tango Alpha Chase 1.
Flaps 1.
Speed check.
Chase 1 descend and maintain 2,200 feet.
Descend and maintain 2,200 feet Chase 1.
Flaps 1 set. Thousand to level.
Chase 1, you are 3 miles west of Del Caribe. Contact Margarita Tower on 118.6 when inbound.
Tower on 118.6 Chase 1. Margarita Tower Chase 1 5 miles west inbound ILS runway 09er approach.
Chase 1 Margarita Tower.
Flaps 5.
Altimeter 29er
Speed check.
90 when 090 at 11. Cleared ILS runway 09er approach.
Cleared ILS runway 09er approach Chase
Flaps
1.
5 set.
Gear down, flaps 15.
Speed check. Gear down. Flaps 15 set.
Flaps 30.
Speed check.
Airspeed full. Airspeed full.
Flaps 30 set.
Landing checklist.
Landing checklist. Engine start switches.
Continues.
Speed brake. Radio altimeter alive. Cabin crew, take your seats. Landing gear.
Down. Down.
Flaps.
Flaps 30 green light.
Landing checklist completed. Autopilot off. Final approach fix. Height checked. Missed approach altitude not set.
Set missed approach altitude.
5,000 set.
Chase 1 when 090 at 11. Cleared to land runway 09er.
Clear to land runway 09er, Chase 1.
One 1,000 feet, stable.
Approaching. 09.
Glide slope.
$500 feet.
400. 300.
Glide slope.
Approaching minimums.
Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope.
Minimums.
Minimums.
Continue.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Speed brake up. Reverser's normal. Auto brake disarm. 60 knots.
Chase 1 turn next taxiway.
Okay, to clean up.
Roger.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the conclusion of our flight. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the captain has stood up the seatbelt sign and the aircraft is
21.9er Chase 1. Goodbye.
Currently we don't have any
7,
parking
right.
for us.
APU on the buses.
I'm gonna go there. Lights and doors.
Check. Cabin crew disarm doors and cross-check. Three minutes.
That's great. Shutdown checklist.
Shutdown checklist. Fuel pumps off. Probe heat off. Hydraulic panel set. Flaps
Up.
Parking brake.
Released.
Engine start levers.
Cut off.
Weather radar
Off.
off. Shutdown checklist completed.
Passengers bus is coming.
Secure the aircraft. Secure checklist.
Secure checklist. IRS off. Emergency exit lights off. Window heat off. Packs off. Secure checklist complete.
Alright, so that's it for our flight. Today we landed at about 117 FPM, which is pretty good. Although could be more centralized. Thank you very much for joining in for our flight today, and if you are watching this live stream, consider leaving a comment below. I much appreciate if you could like also and subscribe to my channel and follow me on Twitch. If you like my livery, you are more than welcome to download it from the link in the description below on my YouTube channel. And that's it for our flight for today, and I hope to see you on my next streams. Have a wonderful day.